You are going to make a substantially larger amount of money once your nervous system has the capacity to actually hold more wealth. And I don't mean intelligence, I don't mean ambition, I don't mean worthiness, I don't mean hustle and grind, I mean capacity. Because wealth increases intensity, it increases uncertainty, it increases responsibility, it increases visibility. And if your body can't stay regulated through those things, it will try to get rid of the shmoney, even if you consciously want it. So in this video, I want to walk you through what nervous system capacity actually means, what it looks like in real life, how you can deliberately expand it without overwhelming yourself, and why so many people make money only to lose it again. I'll also share a real life example from someone I met recently whose nervous system was genuinely calibrated for wealth, and it really stuck with me. By the end of this, you'll understand why money problems are so rarely about discipline, intelligence, or effort, and what actually needs to change for money to stay. So, when we talk about capacity, we're talking about how much activation your body can stay present with before it flips into survival mode. That's it. How much intensity you can feel without panicking. How much uncertainty you can tolerate without grasping for control. How much responsibility you can hold without collapsing. How much visibility you can sit in without shrinking. Wealth brings all of that. So capacity is basically how much can your system stay with without going berserk, without freaking out. You can see this really clearly in small everyday money behaviors. For example, panic checking. Low capacity looks like constantly checking your bank balance, refreshing dashboards, watching numbers for reassurance, needing to know right now or else your chest tightens. Higher capacity doesn't mean you never check it. It means you check intentionally, not compulsively. You can not know for a few hours, sometimes a few days. You trust systems you've already set up. A lot of people start noticing capacity growing when they set something up, step back, and don't hover, even though every part of them wants to. Another big one is how money moving affects your body. Low capacity is when money leaving immediately feels like a threat, like danger. Spending triggers guilt. Investing feels dangerous. There's a tightness, a clench, an urge to control or replace the money instantly. Higher capacity is when money can leave without your body spiraling. You don't immediately try to fix it. You don't need instant replacement to feel okay, to feel regulated. This matters because wealth requires circulation. Hoarding is a trauma response, not a wealth strategy. Receiving is another massive tell. Low capacity receiving often comes with guilt, urgency to give the money away, pressure to prove you deserve it, or unconscious chaos to bring you back to your old baseline, your old familiar baseline. Higher capacity looks very unsexy. You receive the money and you let it sit. You don't inflate, you don't collapse, you don't immediately change who you are. Being able to receive calmly is one of the clearest signs of nervous system capacity. Visibility is another one people underestimate. Wealth brings attention, projection, judgment, entitlement from others. Low capacity shows up as hiding, over explaining, people pleasing, or shrinking after being seen. Higher capacity means you can stay present while being watched. Pauses don't feel dangerous, criticism doesn't wipe you out. And one of the biggest shifts is when money stops being responsible for your emotions. Low capacity ties mood directly to numbers. If money goes up, you're okay. If it dips, you're unsafe, you're dysregulated. Higher capacity means emotions are regulated internally. Money becomes information, not identity. Ups and downs don't hijack your self-worth. That's adult nervous system functioning. Now, capacity does not mean you're calm all the time. It doesn't mean you never feel fear. It doesn't mean you're detached or numb or pretending you don't care. It means you feel activation and you stay with yourself through it. That's it. This is also why you hear so many stories about celebrities and athletes going bankrupt or broke, or people winning the lottery and ending up worse off than before. You hear stories like this and you think, well, they're just really irresponsible and they have no discipline. Actually, no, that's got nothing to do with discipline. That's a nervous system suddenly holding more intensity than it knows how to regulate. So it unconsciously creates stress, conflict, overspending, procrastination, missed opportunities, just to return to a familiar baseline, to a safe baseline. The body always chooses familiarity over abundance if capacity hasn't caught up. I actually saw a really simple example of this the other day. This guy came to fix my TV the other day and he mentioned he lost 40 pounds. And when he realized he lost it, his immediate reaction was, I hope it reached someone who needed it. No clenching, no resentment, no scarcity. And 2 days later, one of his clients tipped him 50 pounds. And he wasn't surprised, he wasn't inflated. He told me he's noticed that whenever he gives money away from a place of sufficiency to charity, causes, helping people, money tends to flow back to him easily, tenfold. Now, this isn't about superstition or being morally superior. It's about his nervous system, his attitude towards money. There was no fear around loss, no penny pinching, no dripping anxiety onto money, just trust in circulation. That's capacity. So, how do you actually build this deliberately without overwhelming yourself? It's not by forcing big leaps, it's built through small, tolerable stretches followed by regulation. Graded exposure plus safety. For example, letting yourself rest without guilt and staying with the anxiety instead of reacting to it. Receiving money and not immediately tightening, spending it, or mentally assigning it away. Raising your prices slightly and staying present with the fear instead of rushing to justify it. Being seen online and regulating the body response instead of disappearing afterward. Feeling excitement without bracing for collapse. Each time your body survives that without overwhelm, it learns, oh, I didn't drown. That's capacity. Now, this looks different depending on your specific money wound. So, if you have the money shame wound, I'm not worthy of wealth, capacity building looks like allowing yourself to receive without immediately proving your worth, letting compliments land, letting money sit without justification. If you have the hard money wound, making money is hard, so you're constantly hustling and grinding. Capacity looks like letting ease in without creating extra tasks or suffering to feel legitimate. If you have the money trust wound, I'm bad with money, capacity looks like making small decisions and not outsourcing responsibility out of fear. Letting yourself learn instead of self-flagellation. Self-flagellation, that is how you pronounce it, right? If you have the safe money wound, I'm not safe until I have a lot saved, hoarded. Capacity looks like learning to feel safe before the numbers change. Letting uncertainty exist without scrambling to secure everything. If you have the disappearing money wound, money always leaves me, money keeps disappearing. Capacity looks like letting money move without chasing it, tracking it obsessively, or bracing for loss. If you have the evil money wound, being rich is bad or wrong, capacity looks like holding more without shrinking, giving it away compulsively, or morally punishing yourself for having it. In all cases, the work isn't forcing belief changes, it's increasing how much your body can tolerate without flipping into survival. That's what allows wealth to stay. If you want to know what money wound you're working with, what money wound is repelling money from entering your life, I have a free money wound quiz linked below. It's very accurate and it saves people years of surface level mindset work. So I hope that helps you heal your relationship with money. Thank you so much for watching, sending you love, and I will see you in a jiffy.